Hi, I'm Rich Heffron. This is this week's Delaware State Chamber of Commerce Legislative Minute. It's the week before Memorial Day. Hard to believe the holiday's coming up this weekend. The weather last month or so hasn't really made it seem much like spring or early summer, but we are coming up on the holiday weekend to begin the official beginning of summer. Anyway, legislature's out for 2 weeks to do some budget work. DFAC meets today. We'll get a little better idea where we are. I've heard everything from flat to down 40 million to up 15 million, so I'm not really sure where we'll be, but it doesn't seem like there'll be a major change. And really, they'll start getting serious about the budget based on today's DFAC report, so we'll talk about that next week. A couple other things. Last Friday there was an article in the News Journal about Chemours and the fact that they're asking the state for $7.2 million and additional $690,000 or whatever for capital for spending in order that they could stay here, keep their headquarters here in Delaware. Then there was an editorial on Saturday's News Journal, the title of which is "Keeping Chemours Comes with a Price," and I think they're absolutely accurate. I know some people complain about the money, but we're talking about 900 jobs downtown, management jobs, and then probably another couple hundred people spread throughout the state. So we're talking about 1,100 jobs. They could leave the state, all well-paying jobs. The other reason is the capital spending, and some of the other money is going to be used to refurbish the DuPont building. Plans are to have Chemours they have their headquarters there as the center of the renovation, and also upgrade the hotel. Put in some housing, residential and commercial, and change that whole block, which will affect downtown. So I think the editorial, which we'll link to this legislative minute, is correct. I think it's a wise investment by the state. Look, businesses are always any business venture is always a risk, but this is a risk that's worth taking, and it's important for us to keep Chemours here along with the two DuPont businesses. Lastly, last week we talked about House Bill 283, which deals with, actually I said any state contract. It really deals mostly with construction contracts. The problem we have with the legislation is the project labor agreement. There was some thought that it might work it this week. They did not work it this week. They'll be back in 2 weeks. Some people think the bill will not be addressed this session, but we'll keep an eye on it. House Bill 297, which is a requirement that any maintenance workers get at least 30 hours worth of work. It appears that bill will not be moving forward. And House Bill 308, which is over in the Senate, it deals with workers' comp and how if you are on a workers' comp, how it would affect other insurance that you might have. I don't think anybody fully understands that bill. Our position is going to be that the case, the judge that had the question about exactly how the workers' comp system works with other insurance and was unclear about it, and the Superior Court judge, this case will go to the Supreme Court, and we ought to wait and see what the Supreme Court says. I'm going to talk to some people today on both sides of the issue. I'll have a little clearer understanding, and I'll give it to you. I'll talk about that next week. That's it for this week's Delaware State Chamber Legislative Minute. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, and hopefully the weather, it will actually feel like the beginning of summer next week. Thank you for watching.